शब्द पर सद्गुरु धामा, शुद्ध हंस अनुभव सुख नामा। हंस हंसनी खींचे देसा, अंतर बाहर ऊर्ध प्रवेशा। सद्गुरु ध्यान निरंतर लागे, गुरु गम ज्ञान अगम घर जागे। शशि चकोर गुरु रूप विधाना, नख सिख शब्द प्रकट गुरु ध्याना। सुरति बांधे गुरु रूप समावे, अगमय गोचर अनुभव पावे। On the appearance of the Khyasa sound, the chant of Sadguru is practically visible during the state of yoga practice. On the appearance of the sound inside the zone of Achar, Sadguru's personal form is practically seen through the Khyasa vision, Shruti in the zone of Supreme Achar, which is above that of Achar. Then the pure soul apparently sees the conscious form of Supreme Achar and enjoys supreme bliss. When constancy in Sadguru's image in the conscious zone pointed out by Sadguru takes place, like the bird Chakra looking at the moon, Chakor looking at the moon, the said zone is apparently visible, and in that inaccessible conscious zone, Sadguru's image is apparently seen lighted supremely. When such a state like that of the said bird in the moon appears in Sadguru's form, the all-pervading word is apparently felt inside the practitioner's own body as well as everywhere inside. Such an experience is acquired only by meditating on Sadguru's image in that special zone and not by any other means. Stabilize your surti in Guru's image through the sacred technique of Paravidya and by observed in the same. Then the supreme entity, inaccessible by the organs of senses, is practically experienced. As such, get this technique of Paravidya by seeking Sadguru's shelter and serving him humbly. This is the instruction conveyed through these lines here. तारी सद्गुरु रूप में सुरति सुहागिन जाग, चौकी चेतन चेत का मोहिनी सा भ्रम भाग, मोहिनी सा भ्रम भाग. When in the Sadguru's apparent form that appears through sacred technique of yoga in the zone of Sadguru, Surti remains stable constantly. That fortunate ray of the soul awakes and becomes lighted in full. Now the darkness of ignorance and suspicion is dispelled. The conscious soul gets united with the Supreme Soul. Under the guard of the conscious, the great thief, struggler, ignorance can't stay. It takes to its heels. The sense is that during the period of yoga practice, Sadguru's personal form apparently appears in Sadguru's special zone. The Surti gets continuously united with it. In that stage, perfect light of knowledge appears and ignorance and illusions are banished from inside the soul. सद्गुरु भक्त प्रधान विवेका, भक्ति बिना नहीं साधन एका। भक्ति ज्ञान से श्रेष्ठ पिछानो, सद्गुरु कृपा ज्ञान क्रिय मानो। ज्ञान भक्ति सद्गुरु पद पावे, जन्म मरण का संशय जावे। व्यर्थ ज्ञान गुरु भक्ति से हीना, केवल ज्ञान पतन भय दीना। गुरुदेव गुरु भक्ति है सारा, गुरु पद मह सब धर्म पसारा। To love the Sadguru only as a fish loves water is a perfect conscience, because without devotion to Sadguru, no practice can bear any fruit. In a spiritual science, devotion and knowledge are two main things. Both of these are needed, but you should think devotion to be better than knowledge, because through soul devotion to Sadguru's holy feet, knowledge is automatically gained through his grace, and devotion there is a feeling of self-dedication, and in knowledge one's own effort is valued. The sublime state pointed out by the Sadguru is acquired through the joint technique of knowledge and devotion. That's the highest goal of life. The attainment of Supreme Lord is to be had. Then the cycle of birth and death and ends, and the soul thus liberated enjoys supreme bliss. Mere knowledge without soul love for Guru is fruitless. Mere knowledge leads to downfall and feeling of fear. Soul, reverence and love for Gurudev is the essence of life, and in Sadguru's status and in the attainment of Guru's zone is contained the perfect compliance of all duties. जप तप ज्ञान यज व्रत पूजा, सद्गुरु भक्त कर्म नहीं दूजा। सर्व साधना त्याग विवेका, गुरु की भक्ति निरंतर एका। जड़ अभिमान व्यक्त गुरुदेवा, गुरु कर ध्यान गुरु की सेवा। व्यक्त ध्यान व्यक्त आराधे, व्यापक पुरुष मिलहि गम साधे। व्यक्त ध्यान महातत्व अनेका, है रहस्यमय गम गति एका। For a devotee to Sadguru, it is not at all necessary to recite any mantra or the Lord's holy name, to undertake any penance, to acquire the theoretical knowledge, to perform yajna, to undertake fasting, to worship any deity, and perform such other deeds of Prakriti world. It is, however, essential for him to keep himself always engaged in the soul devotion to the Guru by leaving aside thoughtfully all material media. It is proper for a practitioner to forsake all pride and to meditate on the apparent personality of Sadguru in the zone of his meditation and serve his present body. By meditating on the apparent image of Guru, the inapparent, all-pervading supreme entity is revealed. By meditating on Guru's person in Guru's sacred zone, that's in the Achar zone, the inapparent, all-pervading entity apparently appears in experience. Several valuable objects are known through the said process. This is the only sacred technique to be had directly from the Guru. The importance of reverence to Sadguru's apparent form, service to him, and meditation on him has been dealt with these lines. So it is necessary for every practitioner of yoga to try to unite himself to Sadguru's person in all respect.